Right, here we go. Welcome to week 35, right? I'm so fucking happy, it's unreal. I managed to complete the week, right? Well done me. The reason why I'm so happy during this phase, right, so far, okay, because the phase isn't over yet, right? I've had to have a forced recovery week twice, right? The first time after week one, not a good start to the phase, and then the second time after week 3, and this is week 3 is now complete, right? So yeah, just I'm absolutely buzzing right now. It's unreal. Right, there has been a couple of differences, right, from this attempt of week 3 and the previous one, okay? The first thing was that I changed just by chance, well, not by chance, it was just the cassette and the chain had reached their limit of distance, so last weekend I had to change put a new cassette on and a new chain. In fact, I think I did it after I'd done this video. So the bike was running a lot smoother. My nutrition is definitely on point now. I honestly feel like I've been going through some sort of like suffering before. I'm spending a lot more money on food, right? I'm eating a lot more. But the thing is I'm feeling so much better. Recovery is quicker. And the previous times, previous week 3s, after the fatigue resistance test, I'm still suffering, right? After, but the thing is I feel warm, but I feel good, right? My mind is clear. Electrolytes as well. How much this nutrition has made a difference is really shocking to me. But one of the main things was the temperature of this week. So we're talking mid to high 20s, I think, along them lines somewhere, Celsius, and whereas on the last attempt at week 3, it was mid 30s. So there was definitely like a 10-degree difference in the temperature, and I could feel it in myself. It's over 30. I think I've said this before. Over 30 degrees is very difficult to ride. You can do it, but it's difficult, right? But yeah, this week has been just the energy. This week has been through the roof. Even like during quiet times, like when there's no jobs coming through, I'm like thinking, I'm riding around and I'm thinking, okay, like maybe I should go and try some hills or something while I'm waiting for a job to come through. There's really been such a difference. It's times like this, right? Just the way I'm feeling, it makes all the shit worth it, right? All the difficulties, all the after week 1, after the first attempt at week 1, the first week of the phase, and I'm failing. I'm unable to complete the distance, right? And I'm feeling like shit. I'm really asking myself questions like, what the fuck are you doing? And then pull myself together, give it another crack, get through it, and then it happens again in week 3, where I just completely fall apart, physically fall apart, and now getting through it, it's all that other stuff is just like, it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but it's just when you keep pushing and you keep like forcing yourself through the difficult times. Now this feeling is why I do it. Yeah, why I keep pushing, because you feel like a fucking king, right? This is it. This is the feeling that you get addicted to, right? Right, so talking about addictions, I done the fatigue resistance test yesterday, right? I'm certainly not addicted to that. It's the worst test ever. But yeah, let me go through I've got some pretty graphs for you, all right? So this is, we'll concentrate on this side first, and then we'll get onto these two other things after, right? So this is the, before I do the test, what kind of load am I carrying, right? So the different phases, the different dates, what was the total distance for each week, and I put the elevation in as well, now to put things in perspective, right? Phase 2, I was looking for hills every single day, and even on Fridays I would go down to Brighton and back. So that's the reason why the elevation is so much higher than in phase 1 and now in phase 3, right? But the distance, that the load has gradually increased each week, okay? So there's been a 5% increase in load, 5% increase in distance from the last test to this test, but there has been a 35% drop in elevation, right? So just to keep everything in mind, okay? Now the fatigue resistance test is split into 2 sections, right? So there's the load phase and the, I thought I changed I thought I changed that. It's supposed to say push. Anyway, so it's split into 2 sections, right? So the dates are these dates. We've got the average watts for the 3 hours, average beats per minute, and the cadence as well, the revolutions, RPM. Now, there is a bit of a difference, right? I'm pushing out 30 watts less. My heart rate is less by 2.5 beats per minute, but my cadence is higher, right? So I'm spinning more. I honestly, when I was going through this phase on the bike, I was thinking, fucking hell, I'm feeling really good. Like, I don't believe it. My heart rate was down. I didn't know what the watts were, what the previous ones to this one, and the RPM as well. I was seriously, I was just fucking enjoying myself. And then the push phase, right? So we see quite a drastic, what is that, like 54 something? drop in watts. Okay, this is the average watts for the time that I spend doing it, right? Because the goal is 30 minutes. After the load phase, you push for 30 minutes. That's the goal, right? But I've never been able to complete it. So again, watts is low, beats per minute is low, but the revolutions is high again, right? The reason was I was in the wrong fucking gear. I was in gear 6 and I should have been in gear 7, right? A simple mistake to make. However, let's look at the graph. Because the average numbers only tell us part of the the story. Okay, so the red is the most recent, right? Black is the previous one. This is the power, number of watts, and this is the time, right? So, as I said, there was a drop in the watts, okay, during the load phase, right? I get into the push phase, and at 15 minutes, I'm really thinking to myself, I shouldn't be feeling this good, right? I really shouldn't. I do try to. There's a couple of attempts. Red on red doesn't really go, but there's a couple of attempts where I tried increasing my cadence, right? And then I thought, just fuck it, let me change the gear. I'll stick it in a harder gear, right? And push up. Now, this section is almost the same. I would say that it's. I mean, I could get the figures. I've got them on the computer, so I could tell you exactly what the average is for this compared to this, and I would put money on the fact that that's higher than that, right? For 30 minutes, I held it for 30 minutes as well. This push phase. This half and half push phase. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, heart rate. Let's have a look at the heart rate. Obviously, I'm not putting out the same watts, so there is a decrease. Generally lower, right? I mean, for the whole 3 hours, it's lower. But what's surprising is, sorry, the things are the same, right? Red is the most recent, black is previous, and then we've got the beats per minute on the side here and the time at the bottom. What's interesting is, right, the black one. I mean, from here to here, like after the first, maybe hour, they start to almost be the same peaks and troughs, right? But the black one, I'm pushing out more watts, granted at a lower cadence, but I'm pushing out more watts. But they're almost the same. Interesting, very interesting how the body works. And then the push phase, it definitely, until halfway, until about 15 minutes in, did I change gears, and that's when my heart rate responded in kind, thinking like, okay, yeah, now we're doing more work, so we have to work harder. So yeah, that's it. That's the data from the test. So although there was a mistake in the choice of gears, right, for the test, I am actually still very proud of what I was able to achieve, right? I mean, of course, the gear was lighter, right? But even to be able to just finish that test is something. Given that I'm coming off the back of the furthest distance I've ever ridden in a week, sitting on that indoor trainer is painful, right? There are no distractions. It's just you and this uncomfortable feeling for over 3 hours, right? Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's not unpleasant. It's just, it is what it is. But this is what you have to go through, right? But being able to make the conscious decision halfway through the push phase of this isn't hard enough, right? I need to make this harder. Then changing gears, right, and pushing even more. That's honestly speaking, I wouldn't have done that before. I wouldn't have done that. That decision really does. It's like the it's like the peak of this week, right? The cherry on the cake or whatever. Every single thing about this week has been a real change in my mindset, right? Two difficulties, right? And yeah, like making that conscious decision of this feels too easy, I need to make it harder. It just really tops the whole thing off, right? So we are basically halfway through this phase now. The last 3 weeks have been about gradually increasing the load, okay? What did we start off? Week 1 was 180 kilometers per day. Week 2 was 204, and now we've just done 216 with a fatigue resistance test at the end, right? So my body's been through it. Now I need to do some active recovery, okay? So next week is a deload week. So we go from 216 down to 144, right? So dropping it right down, 60% of my ceiling for this week. But yeah, active recovery, right? So there are rules to this. Something that I've also found out during my time doing these phases. Having no alarm in the morning, so waking up naturally, having like a good rest. Okay, that's important. When I go out, I will only do half of the distance for work. The other half I will just ride. Okay, because the work can increase your level of stress, which your body doesn't like. Okay, it doesn't. Once you put your body into a stressful situation, it can't recover. Okay, so the focus is recovery, right? So half days of work, no alarm, half days of work. I'm going to be eating a bit more, so 20% more than I would normally for this distance, right? Not just 20% more of everything, right? So everything I eat is dependent on the distance that I cover. So yeah, 20% more because I'm in a recovery mode, right? By day 3, I should start feeling stronger, okay? This groggy feeling that I have at the moment will continue, but day 3 is when it starts to clear up. My mind becomes clear, my body, it like doesn't feel sore or tired. Just basically wanting to get back on it, right? That's what happens after day 3. It's like a switch. It's like, okay, yep, we're ready now. Let's fucking go. So that's basically how next week is going to play out. But yeah, as far as this week goes, that's it. All done, finished on a fucking amazing note.